What is up, guys and gals? It's me, your old buddy Mr. Moose, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2017. Just putting a little bit of equipment away here on our map, Pine Cove Farm. And picking up where we last left off yesterday, we hauled a load of timber over to the mill to be made into some boxes and barrels and stuff like that. And just bringing all the equipment back over here to the farm so that we can store it and move on with the activities that we need to get done. It's 16:05 or just about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on day one, and right now we're going to run over the composter, take the trailer over there. We should have another load by now ready to go, so we want to keep on top of that, get as much of that taken care of so that we can continue to get that black gold turned into a little cash for us and fund our activities here on the farm. So anyways, that's what we're going to work on today. Maybe do a little stump grinding and who knows what else we will get into, but I hope you enjoy it. If you do, make sure you smack that like button for me. Maybe consider sharing the video with your friends, and then of course, if you haven't already and you enjoy the content, maybe you want to subscribe to the channel. I try to do new videos each and every day. And of course, each and every day I ramble on about doing the likes and all that other stuff, because that's standard YouTube fare for running a channel. Beg for subscriptions. Please, 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 please subscribe. My kids aren't going to be able to eat if you don't. Come on now, help me out. My favorite is the newest one, is like if this video gets 35 million likes within 14.6 minutes, I will I'll do another one. Okay. Otherwise, I'm going to do a video on something you hate. Oh man, cracks me up. I see that all the time. And if this video gets 35,000 likes in within an hour, I'll do another one tomorrow. I'll do it all week. I'll do it forever. If you look, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I got a video that got 35,000 likes within an hour, you betcha I'm gonna do another one tomorrow. If I get 1,000 likes within an hour, I'm doing the video again tomorrow. You kidding me? That's just so funny. No, I'm not going to stoop to that level. I'm just going to say, look, if you like the stuff, smack the like button. I don't know. There's a lot of things I won't stoop to on YouTube. I enjoy doing it. That's the reason I do it. It's because I enjoy doing it. Too many people are trying to make a career out of YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I like the money. The money is nice that you get when you get some, but it's not career money. And but I gotta be honest with you. I was thinking about this the other day. If I was 16 years old and I could record game videos, 16, 18 years old, and I could record videos, or even back when I was in college, if I could do it and make a couple $100 a month extra on it, oh, I'd be doing it. Couldn't imagine it. Oh, little car almost hit me. But anywho, it's not always about the money. It's about having fun. That car right there will run you over. That blue car has hit me more times in this game than any other car in the game. Right, that car, I see it. I'm pulling off in a field sometimes. I just know it's going to hit me. Something about this truck and trailer combination too. It's like the trailer doesn't have the collisions on it that the truck does. So like if you pull out in traffic with the truck, the AI will see it and they'll slow down and they won't run into it. But if the truck already pulls past them, they'll run straight into the trailer. They won't even think twice about it. So, all right, 40,000 liters of compost going in. Hey, so one thing I noticed the other day, and we'll check the prices out. The prices have changed drastically in the compost market here. If we go back here to the back to the BGA for compost, come on, go a little bit further here so we can actually see it. Our prices for compost at the BGA are much lower than they were in the previous versions of it. If you guys remember when we first started out, we were getting like $1,000 for a ton of the compost here at the BGA. Sorry, chemical brain's getting me again. But yeah, we were getting $1,000 a load or a ton on it, and so 40,000 liters was, really nice. It was about 40 grand, and that was good money. And it's not like that. I guess he modified the economy a little bit more when 4 came out, so which I kind of like, because I was saying earlier when we were doing everything, it's like the straw is more valuable than the wheat was, and that's just wrong. That should be the way it is. The wheat should be more valuable than the straw. So all right, so we'll head right back over here, and we'll get the last little bit out of here. It looked like we had another half load that we could take. I want to keep this thing empty. I think it's like 160,000 liters is the cap on it. So you want to, periodically come over here and empty it out, because you want to make sure that it stays running, keeps making bank for you. Keeps that black gold flowing. All right. Did I not hit the tip point? Come on. There we go. All right. Farm Sim ATS. Out we go. Alright, so we'll get this last little bit run over here, and that'll give us a little bit of fundage to accomplish other things around the farm. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the last couple of days of forestry on the farm, and just the fact that we're back into the swing of things with Farm Sim. I'm going to try to keep it going. I know a lot of you guys are kind of like, wow, Moose did 3 Farm Sim videos in a row. Something's not right. I'm trying to get back to the old me. Trying to figure things out. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with YouTube right now. And had some conversations over the weekend with some other folks as well about what they're doing and what they're moving forward with. And I don't know, because YouTube's in such fluctuation right now as far as what's going on with it and revenues and things like that. And I talk about revenue lately a lot, but and honestly, the channel's not about revenue, but you do want to, if you're going to do something, you do want to maximize your effort, and you do want to make a little money off of it if it's at all possible, right? So I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't enjoy the little bit of income that comes in off of YouTube. But lately, that income is really, really suffering. And I'm sure a lot of y'all have read about or heard about the advertisers, boycotting YouTube and pulling out. And so many of them have pulled out that it's gotten ridiculous how bad the money is. I mean, it was already bad for me anyways, but it's just downright ridiculous. And I'm afraid it's going to get even worse, which is tough for people who are relying on this as a second income or even as their primary income, because they got to be hurting right now, which is why so many Patreon accounts are popping up and people are looking for alternative ways to make a little bit of money off of YouTube. It's the reason I want to see that Gawk Box thing actually work out, though. I think I think it's got a bit of ways to go. They were telling me they got some really cool things coming up with it. They're going to have user accounts, so that when you go there, you can log in and you can actually create a user account, which will be good because that'll give me the ability to track who actually does something, so I can give you a shout out in a video or, you know, in a live stream or something else like that when I actually see that somebody has played a game or something and has generated a tip for me. I can actually, you know, be able to say, hey, look, thanks to such and such for taking the time to jump over on Gawkbox and do something, and I appreciate the tip, you know. And I do. For those of you guys who have gone over there and have taken the time to download one of the games and play or view one of the ads or whatever, or one of the apps, thank you. I do appreciate it. By no means is it a windfall for me. I might have made $12, something like that. I mean, it's pennies, but it's more about giving you an opportunity to give back to the channel, because so many of you guys have said, well, I would do something if I had the means to. So it's more about that, and hopefully as they evolve the application, it'll be a better scenario for everybody once they get it where you can do some stuff on PC, and when they get it to where really I don't think it's going to take off until they get it to where it's advertiser supported or ad supported, where you watch maybe not 30-second commercial, maybe you got to watch a minute-long commercial or something like that generates $1 or $2 for the person that you watch it for, to where you can go in and you can watch 2 or 3 ads, and you can, you know, 2 or 3 ads, you take 3 or 4 minutes out of your day and you watch those ads, and that generates $2-3 for somebody, and you can go back and do that on a regular basis. That's when I think that thing will take off, but I don't think it's right now. It's just it's too many hoops for I don't know. I feel like in talking to you guys, the games aren't exactly what you want, and I don't know. I'm still gonna support them, and we'll see if it takes off. And again, thanks to everybody who's gone over there and taken a look at it. If you hadn't already, there's a link in the show notes. Take a look at it. Maybe it's something you want to check out. And if you want to get back to the channel a little bit, you can download a little video game or something like that. Anyways, so we got to do a little bit of stump grinding. So let's grab a stump grinder. The one I really want is too expensive. I would purchase this guy and use it constantly because I absolutely love it. But it's too expensive. This guy's only $5,000, though I could rent this one for $2,400. So I think we're gonna do, just because I like this guy, $2,800. Oops, sorry, caught me in a lie. $2,850. That's what it leases for. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's lease that. And of course, with all good leases, those come delivered to the farm. Because those guys are awesome that way. You know, they want to make sure that you know what you're getting and know how to use it. So, you know, if y'all notice that. But when you do, typically when you do rent stuff, they'll bring it to you. So, yeah. So we're not going to drive up there and pick it up because, you know, you get to farm service when you rent something. In my book, you do. In my book, when you buy stuff, when you buy large implements, they deliver. Because, I mean, if you think about it, and it's fun to go get some stuff in the game, tractors and stuff, but I've never bought anything from an implement company that they weren't willing to deliver for free. Tractor delivered. Because they want to bring it to you on site, and they want you to actually, they're going to go through safety with you. They're going to go through correct usage of stuff. So they're just not going to, you know, load it up and say, see ya. They're going to walk you through it, especially if you're using something like an implement that has multiple functions on it or something. Maybe you've never used one before, or it's even like if you're getting, a lot of them comes like, let's say you buy a new planter, and that planter has an interface that goes to your tractor so that you can, Like if you've got a John Deere and you got a Green Star and you buy a planter that has the interface with it to know how many RPMs the engine needs to run and how much seed you're going to put out per square acre and all this other stuff. If that has to be done, they're sending a technician out to the farm to install the head unit first of all, and then they're going to bring the other piece out and they're going to hook it up and make sure everything works together. So in most instances, you're getting your equipment delivered. So I don't have a problem resetting stuff to the farm, but I do like to go get stuff on occasion. But you know, you get a lot of it delivered. That's kind of what I'm saying. So, all right, so let's turn this guy on. Let's check out. Let's make sure we're not on field creation mode. And let's grind a little stump here. Oh, let's do this too. Let's switch over to the cab, hit a little Control B, spin it around. There we go. So now we can drive normal. We'll lower that down. That will hit us a stump or two. Get them ground up. I gotta find my foot pedal there. Alright, so this will make pretty easy work of all of these. Just pull up on them until they start smoking. Oh, there it was. Some of them you gotta get a sweet spot. That one just kind of went away and didn't even put up a fight. Smoker. Get rid of that. Yep. Oh, drove right through it. Sometimes the hitboxes are a little bit funny. And that one just kind of just went away. Is that all of them? That was quick. Run up here and get these other 4. This is going to be like the quickest job of stump grinding. But there's only 8 stumps. Was it really worth $2,400? Y'all? Gives me that little bit extra that I don't have to swerve around. Oh. I don't know if I need to replant this field or not. I'm curious as to what you guys think. I know if you put down static grass in the game, the static grass in the game doesn't yield as much as if you grow grass. But since Stevie went in and he actually defined this area as a field, and then there's grass in it, I don't know whether I really need to plant it or not. I'm toying with the idea of coming back and just like I did before, plowing this entire area up and planting it, but I don't know if I need to. Alright, so that is that is done. Come on, shut off. Oh, I gotta be actually on it. Duh. Today's the first day I play farm film. Alright. I'm silly sometimes, I know. We definitely need to come refertilize this area. Let's look on the old Maparoni here, and we'll engage grass so we actually see. And according to this, it's ready to be mowed again, but it obviously is not. Let's go to fields. It shows it's harvested. Haha. Okay. It helps when you're on the right page, right there, Moosey. Let's see. Fruit types, growth, soil composition. Do I need to replow it? It doesn't look like it needs to be replowed. It looks like there's little bits of area that would need to be redone, but it looks like for the most of that part you don't need to. So, which leads me to believe it is volunteer grass. I don't know. It does have one state of fertilizer on it. Yeah, we'll spray it and we'll go from there. And we'll just see what happens. We'll just give it a shot. We can always come back and replant it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys have done. If you're playing this map and you plowed it up and replanted your grass, let me know. And for those who are, you know, not playing this map, well, you know, we'll wait and see what other people say. But we'll take this thing back here to the back of the farm and park it in our return to sender area. Right? Doo-doo-doo. Drop it like it's hot. Just kidding. Let's go garage and return items that you've rented. Return. Yes, goodbye. Thank you for coming out. So we still got to get a weeder, though. I have a confession. We're not going to need the weeder on the farm once we get into the whole planting this time. We're going to need it eventually, but right now we're not going to need it because, well, what am I going to say here? The planting process that we did in the beginning, when I planted using the drill over there, when I used the seeder earlier, I put fertilizer in it so that we could fertilize and seed at the same time. So that means we're going to have an application of fertilizer and the oilseed radish in there. And then we're going to plow that under and we're going to plant. Unfortunately, there's still fertilizer in there, which means when I go to plant the crop, the planter is going to go ahead and sow seed and fertilizer into the field, even though I don't want to, because there is no way to turn that feature off. So that means when we plant, we're going to end up with fertilization into the field, even though I don't really want to. Now, if I plant corn and I use the corn seeder, that's not going to get fertilized because it won't have any fertilizer in it. But these two both have fertilizer in them because when we planted, I did put fertilizer in just so we could get ahead of the game because the field was already cultivated and it just seemed stupid to go plow it and cultivate it and all that other stuff. So this go around we probably aren't going to need the weeder, but next go around we probably will. All right, God, I'm already thinking about other things that I've said I don't need that I'm realizing that I might actually need. I was like, I don't need a liquid fertilizer sprayer because I'm not really going to ever do liquid, but yeah, I could use it on the grass field, couldn't I? Yeah, an application of it would be kind of nice, but I can go broadcast some dry fertilizer on there. That'll be all right. I'm gonna have to put some row crop tires on this thing at some point. Seeing as I've just driven all over the field right now, though, I don't think it's gonna hurt for me to go out there and drive over it with regular tires on it. Next time we do an application of fertilizer, though, we'll definitely need to go get the row crop tires and put on there. Otherwise, we just keep knocking the grass down to the first growth state. And we don't want to do that. All right. So we'll get a little bit of fertilizer in here, or we'll run over and fertilize our grass area. Now, eventually, all the headlands around the fields in that area, I'm going to go plow them up and replant those with regular grass as well. So that will eventually happen. So who knows? I may end up planting this, plowing that whole area and doing something with it. Just depends on how it reacts to this next growth. Like I said, if you guys have dealt with it and know what your results were, let me know. All right, so let's turn that on and let's hit that auto button here. Let's go ahead and get that up like so, and we'll just kind of eyeball this. There we go. I guess it's eyeballing when you use the GPS, but anyways. All right, so roll around here, put a little bit of fertilizer on this so she grows up a little bit better. Ultimately, once we get cattle, what we'll do is we'll bring the slurry back here and put slurry on the field. And once I buy a weeder, when it's in that first growth state like it is, I could actually use a weeder to thatch it, and that would probably give a fertilizer state as well. But I'm good with coming up through here and doing it. See the difference in the grass of, if you look at the center of the tractor right now, you can see the difference in the grass on the left and the grass on the right. The grass on the left looks like it's planted grass. The grass on the right looks like that volunteer grass that you get from the game map. And so I don't think the stuff on the right grows like planted grass, but I think what he's got on the left is actually planted grass. I think he actually did plant the field. So I don't think there's a reason for me to go in here and dig it up and replant it. So I'm just going to treat it as a planted field for now. And if somebody tells me otherwise, or I see that it's not actually growing like it should, but just the fact that as we go over it right now and we fertilize, we're getting that fertilization effect, it also lets me, or further leads me to believe that this is planted grass. Because when we go look at the other side, the area that is part of the field will look like it's been planted, whereas whereas the area that is the skirt isn't going to look like it's been planted, if that makes sense to you. See how there's a definitive line right here, that dark line? Everything to the right of basically where the green line is, everything to the right of that isn't affected by the fertilizer, but everything to the wait, did I say left or right? Everything to the right of the green line isn't affected by the fertilizer, but everything to the left is. So that lets me know that that's where the field boundary is, and what is on the left, or what is actually in the field, should be planted grass. So we shouldn't have to plow it up this time and do it. Whereas previously this area wasn't a defined field, and I actually had to dig all this up and plow it, cultivate it, and plant it. But what I eventually do want to do is do the skirts and have them be planted grass as well. Hit the wrong button every time. Make sure I get a little bit right here. Looks like a little miss spot. Yeah, see, this over here isn't. This is just, you know, the default grass that you get in the game, but I do believe everything there is actually a plowed field. But then we need to come in here, and what I want to do is I want to come in about, you know, the width of a tractor, and then plow all of this up through here. I want to plow every bit of this under and re-sow it with grass seed so that we can use this as mowable grass as well. And even this huge area through here, and we may come take all these trees down at some point as well. This is just so much grass right here that we could be planting and harvesting, but we won't get the yield out of it if it's not actually been plowed up and replanted. But the trick is, when we do that, we have to give ourselves about a tractor width from the field so that every time we recultivate that field, we don't cultivate our grass under too. So we'll take care of all that. All right, so that got that done. So yeah, like I said, I talked to Alex and a few people over the weekend about what they were doing with YouTube and stuff, and it wasn't really like I was questioning what they were doing. We were just having a conversation and it came up. It seems like Alex is moving away from streaming on YouTube and moving over to Twitch. His plan is to move back over to Twitch and sort of get away from YouTube because he feels like he's stagnated over here. Over on YouTube, doesn't feel like he's getting the viewership, and so he's gonna go over to Twitch. Plus he's got some other stuff in the works. So, but he got me to thinking, you know, maybe I need to start focusing on building an audience on Twitch. I know we're already streaming over there just because it gives some alternatives, and I do have a lot of problems with YouTube, and I'm thinking that, I don't know, I'm thinking about trying to build an audience on Twitch and maybe building Twitch up and move the live streams over there. But I can't even, you know, I'm not even getting partnered over on Twitch until I get like I have to have 500 viewers per stream. Consistently, you have to have at least 500 viewers per stream, and I have to stream 3 days a week if I want to be partnered over there. So it'll take a while for me to even build that up, but it would be it's something to think about. So when we do get back to live streaming, I might focus on trying to get everybody to get over to Twitch and making sure that they're subscribed over there, so that when we stream, and maybe I start gearing the streams more towards the Twitch audience versus the YouTube audience. There's definitely more people that watch live streams on Twitch than on YouTube. I don't know. I might think about doing that. Plus, there's the whole benefit of having people be able to restream the streams from Twitch and all that other stuff. So thinking about that. Plus, I've got some ideas moving forward on what we're gonna do with the channel as far as streams go and everything. I'm thinking that I'm gonna fast track time here real quick. I mean, it's 4 in the afternoon. There's really nothing else we can do. So let's go ahead and get into the next day cycle and see if we can get these fields to populate. I'm really been thinking about what I'm going to do with YouTube and the channel, and I'm thinking that I want to get some of the recorded videos and everything back doing, you know, Farm Sim Daily, and then try to get 2 videos out a day. And you know, the first video of the day will be like a Farm Sim video. I might even try to get 2 maps going, one for, you know, this, and then find another map to mod up and do. But you know, do a little bit of Farm Sim videos, and then let's see, did that grow in? Looks like it grew in. Good. So let's grab this guy here. And go over here and grab. Oh, yeah, I see all that green now. Grab this guy. And I think what I'm gonna do is just no-till this in. If I'm planting with these guys, I'm gonna no-till. But if I plant with the corn seeder, I'll have to obviously cultivate. And what I'm thinking about doing is doing field 2 in, I don't know, roll of the dice here or something. And then we'll do field 5 in corn. So, sort of the game plan. But anyways, back to the videos. I think I'm gonna do like farm sim and then try to do a second video every day of some other game, like, you know, sim airport, train mechanic simulator, things like that. And get back to trying to get a couple videos a day out. I've been trying to, but it just hasn't worked. And then the live streams, I'm thinking I'm gonna let the live streams be some more obscure games that I don't really focus on the channel as far as in recorded videos. Some games that are more grindy and don't really lend themselves to recordings, i.e. like Ark or 7 Days to Die or even Flight Sim, things like that that take a long time to complete. Thinking about doing that. Alright, so there's 418 liters of fertilizer in this one, and there is, I'm sure the other one is the same way. Let's go fill them up with seed, but not fertilizer. We may get away with not having to, we may have to go ahead and weed these. I would prefer to weed. I'd prefer not to use the fertilizer. So here's what I'm just going to do. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to refill the seed on these, and then I'm going to refill the seed, but not the fertilizer. And when the fertilizer runs out, it runs out. And then whatever part of the field didn't get fertilized, we will take the we'll take the weeder to it. All right, let me get that guy refilled. Recharge. Oh, I gotta drop it off of follow me. Probably need to back up a little bit. Refill. Excellent. What do we want to plant too? Let's look at prices on stuff. Actually, we should be focusing on just getting base together for getting some pigs started. So we got a little bit of wheat. We need a little bit of either soybean or sunflower, right? And we'll plant some corn as well. And then the last thing we'll have to do is we'll have to get a tuber from somewhere, but which, you know, that could be the next thing that we plant in 5 after this run, is we could go get the equipment and do some sugar beets or potatoes, one of the two. So just making sure that I got everything right on the top of my head. We got wheat. We're going to have corn planted in one of the fields, so we can do canola, soybean, or sunflower. I would say soybean. I'm not a big sunflower fan. I don't know. It hasn't really done it for me in the game. Some of you guys like it, but I don't know. I haven't gotten really into the sunflower thing. All right. Well, whatever we plant, we'll get a ton of it out of 2, won't we? All right. So both of these guys are filled up. I think I'm gonna go with soybean. I know there's multi-fruit on this, millet, all that stuff is on here. But for now, I'm gonna focus on my base to get my animals growing. So that is more important to me right now. Alright, that is there. Looking good. Alright, so let's go get this guy offset and get hit unfolded. So we're gonna go with soybean on this one as well. There we go. We're going to offset 9 meters to the left. Why did that give right offset? I'm dialing left. All right, and then unfold the unit. Close the top on it. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn it on, lower it down. And that one is ready to go. And this one is ready to go. So let's drop it, turn it on. That's doing right. He's doing right. I think we're all right. Excellent. Soybeans going in. First planting. It's taken long enough to get here, hadn't it? All right. But yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about that. I know a lot of you guys, and again, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing farm sim or ATS or ETS or anything else like that in live streams. It just means some of the other nights, some of these games that I enjoy playing, when I just want to relax and chill out, maybe I play those instead and have a little bit of fun. Because I have to be honest with you, one of the things I have enjoyed not doing the live streams is the freedom at night to play some games that I don't normally play, and play those with friends, like 7 Days to Die, to play with Deputy P and them guys. And a lot of those are very grindy games. They're not games that lend themselves to recorded videos, so they're not games that I would be doing, you know, on the channel per se, but I could get away with doing them in a live stream. So I don't know if you guys are interested in that. Let me know. Maybe that's what we do. And there's a few people that I want to start doing some gaming with as well. So I'm gonna have to figure out their schedules and everything so that I can hang out with them a little bit in game. And so a few adjustments coming forth, but I'm going to try to make a real effort to get to the point where I'm getting a couple of videos out every day, and it's not like I got anything else to do other than sit in this chair. And game. And I'm getting to that point where boredom is starting to set in. Like, you know, I'm realizing that I need to start doing something. So I'm getting to where just chilling out, relaxing, and not doing a whole lot isn't cutting the mustard. Plus, been talking to Hemi and Casket Man. They're wanting to do some iRacing. I don't know. I don't know. I have to get a leg to be able to push a clutch before I can do that, but iRacing sounds interesting. That could be fun. I have to admit, I've been watching some of that dirt racing with the World Outlaws and the late models doing dirt racing, and boy, that looks fun. Can't do that in project cars. That looks really fun. Also been looking at Moto GTX is going to come out with a new version in a couple of months. Kind of interested in it too. I love me some motorcycle racing, and I kind of got the bug to play a motorcycle racing game. That'd be kind of fun. My interests are all over the game, all over the place. There's so many things I like to game and play. Somewhat the downside with doing this YouTube channel is too, because I sort of have gotten pigeonholed as the farm sim, channel. And, because I played so much farm sim and built the channel around farm sim, really. But I like to play so many other games that I don't know. Maybe I need to start a second channel, which I don't understand that whole thing with starting second channels. But I want to play other games and not just do farm sim. But I know a lot of you guys really like the farm sim, though. I think the farm sim numbers have started really to dwindle as far as the overall appeal of farm sim. It seems like it's gone down to me. Or maybe it's my style of farm sim people have lost interest in. I'm not just talking about my channel, I'm just talking about in general. I look around at some of the guys who play farm sim more legitimately, who keep it real. And those guys' numbers seem to really be dwindling as far as the video views per video. It doesn't seem like their content gets nearly the views that it did during 15, and certainly not the views that we got when 17 first came out. Now, me, myself, I know why my views are down. My views are down because of inconsistency and the fact that, well, I haven't really done the mods. I'm playing vanilla. And I like playing vanilla, though, because there's so much good equipment in vanilla that I don't need a John Deere tractor, and I don't need 8 million mods. I've been able to have a good time playing the game pretty much stock. I mean, there's the odd mod like the owie stuff, and then if I'm doing forestry, that's a whole nother story. But as far as the agricultural side of it, I don't really need that many mods. There's some good stuff out there. Now, I could use some better trailer mods, but as far as just the tractors and plows and things like that, they're a pretty good selection of stuff. But I know people watch YouTube videos and farm sim content really more for the mods, and that's what they're looking for. They're not looking for somebody to do the same old thing every time as far as planting and stuff. So that's probably one of the reasons my numbers are hurting. But some of these other guys, though, that play and they use the mods and they do all kinds of stuff, it still seems like the ones that do it legit, their numbers are way down, and they're not getting the views. I mean, one guy I know, he used to get, like, I would say on average he'd get 3,000-4,000 views per video within the initial couple of days that the video came out. And then over time he would just gradually get a ton of views on a video. He's getting like 1,500 views within the the first day that the video comes out, which there's some people that would think that's great, but for him, that's nothing. You know, I used to get, on average, I would get like somewhere close to 1,000 views on the first day a video went out, and then within a week it would have a couple of thousand views, maybe 3,000 views. My stuff's lucky to get like 500-600 views in the first day, but again, I think that's partially because I myself have dropped the ball, and because that's across the board with most all of my videos, and I think just people have lost interest in me because I haven't been as active, and you know, I've been sidelined a little bit, but hopefully that will change and I'll be able to pick those numbers up. But I think in general though, looking at the farm sim guys, and I'm not talking one or two, there's about 10 of them that I've been checking out and just seeing what their numbers are like, and their numbers are pretty bad. And I don't know if it's a YouTube thing or if it's a farm sim thing. I was again talking with Alex the other day, and he's talking about how just YouTube numbers are down, period. But then again, you've got the farm sim guys that don't take it seriously, that just goof off all the time, and they do some of the most ridiculous videos out there, and they're getting tens of thousands of views. So, you know, it all goes back to show, if you act like a real whatever, you'll get plenty of views, you know. So if you don't do any farming but you go camping, or you know, you start up a lawn care service and you do lawn care, or you make the world's longest follow me train of vehicles and run them in and park them on the train tracks and run over them with the locomotive, you'll get 100,000 views. But if you actually play farm sim, nobody's watching, which is kind of sad. But if that's what it takes to get views, I'm done. I will not be building the world's largest conveyor line that totally encompasses the entire map today. Just kidding. I don't have any interest in that. My fertilizer is out. But you know what I need to make sure? I've got to make sure he's not rebuying stuff. Help refuels fuel off. Help refuels fertilizer slurry. All that is off. Good. Because I'm like, how does that one still have fertilizer? But I just ran out, so... Or did I? Well, I ran out a long time ago. That dude's going to have fertilizer the entire field. But I'm not. So, I'll end up just going through the entire field and doing the whole weeder thing. Ain't no big deal. It looks like, though, I just ran out right here. I'm actually consuming fertilizer. Glance is a beautiful mod. By the way, for those who continually ask me, the mod in the top left-hand corner is Glance. That is what I use to be able to monitor the other tractor and know what it is doing. Got a couple of folks the other day asking me about it. Glance is what is up in the upper left-hand corner. And the mod that is putting the word soybean over the seed that I'm using, that is game extension mod. Those are the two mods that most people are trying to figure out these days. I like both of them. I don't like Inspector. I like Glance. A lot of people have asked me, why don't you use Inspector? I don't know. Glance is so It's up there. It's hardly even noticeable. But when I need it, I can just glance at it. It tells me everything that I need about the vehicles, gives me my status for my greenhouse. If I have my pigs and my cows running, it will tell me what their status is. So all that information is right there in that one spot. It's not in the middle of the screen or somewhere weird. And it's just, it's easy. I like it. I like it a lot. Probably one of my favorite mods in the game. Definitely top 5. All right. So, just a little bit more and we'll have this field planted. And we'll be able to move to corn, which means I'm going to have to go cultivate field 5 first and then plant it. And that is what we will do in our next video. Because this video is about over. As I look at the clock on the wall. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you smack that like button for me. And, you know, share the video with your friends. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. I try to do new content each and every day. You've heard it a million times. I say the same thing towards the end of every single video, even though, you know, it probably gets old here, and I feel like I need to say it every once in a while, you know. So, it's sort of a habit. Now, if you have like a YouTube guru coaching you, he's going to tell you to do that in every single video. Now, I don't have said guru, but just as a marketing guy, I know you kind of need to do it. So I do it, but you know, trust me, I know it gets old. But anyways, but yeah, help me out if you want to, and come join us on Discord. You want to hang out, be a part of the group. Discord information's down below. Come chat with us. What else can I tell you to do? Jump down, turn around, pick a bale of cotton. Gosh, I don't know. Steal your parents' credit card, send me $1 million. That'd be awesome. I'm just kidding on that one. Just being silly at this point. But anyways, thanks for watching it. And that I mean, I do appreciate it. And yeah, come on back and join me tomorrow. We'll try to do some more farm sim and something else probably. I'm gonna, like I said, trying to get a couple of videos a day done, and hopefully I can stick with that. So yeah, if you haven't seen the other video, go watch it, which I don't know what it is. I think maybe it's Silm Airport today. So yeah, take it easy guys, have a great day, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow when we plant field 5. So until then, bye bye, God bless.